Hello and welcome, and the Lord's blessings be upon you. Today I'm going to talk about different groups within the community. And just to note, some people get really angry with me when I say homeless. Within the community, there's quite a few people who are what society would deem homeless. They don't view themselves as homeless. They really don't, especially people in RVs and larger vehicles. They under no circumstance sees himself as homeless. And it's interesting because I've known and I know people, and it doesn't matter where they are in the community. They don't necessarily have to be living like this. They're choosing to live like this. Just they need something different. They want an alternative life, and it's not necessarily forever. And they don't necessarily come from poor backgrounds. Some of them come from very wealthy backgrounds. They just don't want to be in a house. I mean, I know one guy with a condo right on the ocean, like seriously. And that he chooses. I know recently he's had some health problems, so he has gone to it, but for years on end, he chooses for the most part to stay in his vehicle. He really doesn't like being in a gated community. He just doesn't like any of it. And and I know people that do have homes or do have land, and for one reason or another, that's not home to them right now. This is home. What they're doing right now, this is where they want to be. But yeah, so there's different types. What I hear seems more recently, especially with people YouTubing, are what I would call minimalist, where it's people with health, it's younger people, and quite possibly with college educations who do have jobs, and they just don't want the house payment or the apartment payment. They don't want roommates. That's not where they are right now. I find it really interesting because I can't say I like history. And I can't say I've ever really come across this in any other generation. I don't know. It's unique. I think it is. I'm noticing it more recently. And yeah, and that's a new trend. And also a newer trend are people with really big RVs with generators, which are so irritating. Between the noise and the smell of them, I really don't like them. If you're solar, 2 thumbs up and thank you. But if you're gas, it's so irritating. And I've had them where they will come and park literally right on my bumper and then start the generator up, and it's like, tell me you just didn't wake me up. Oh my gosh. But my concern with them is not only, I do have concerns with some of the newer groups, and they take up a ton of space. I mean, they're in these massive RVs, and quite often they have cars, which is something new. The people I've known, they usually have one vehicle. On a rare occasion they'll have 2, but a lot of these ones, they just have these massive RVs, and a lot of them aren't moving. Because usually, you don't move, you have a night spot and you have a day spot, and these people just stay put. And it's like, I don't think you're quite grasping. We're not the most welcome group in the society. You're really we're already pushing the edge. People are really upset about our existence as it is. This really isn't cool. And even one guy, he got this massive RV and he's parking it in a this grocery store, 10 a.m. And I'm like, no. Are you trying to create new laws and piss these people off? Be grateful that they are allowing you to spend the night, and then when it opens, get up and get gone, so their customers can have spots to park in. But yeah, but older type, it's just smaller RVs, older RVs, and a lot of times they just have the RV and then they walk and use the bus and what have you. People in all types of vehicles. And then you have people in the elements, whether it's out in the woods, in a tent, or just with a cot or on the ground. You have some people that, I don't know, they tore down a whole bunch of places in LA County, and they said some of the people actually had running water and stuff. I'm like, man, these people should be getting an award. they're very, really, it's interesting how much they can do with so little. It's really interesting. But yeah, and you have people on the street and people on the beach, and seriously, if you ever are like doing that, like, what is it, dirt fishing, like with the metal detectors, if you come across something at the beach, like, a tent that is buried, that's someone's shelter. I actually knew a guy who dug one up and took it home, and he had a house. I'm like, dude, you have a house. Like, that tent is someone's shelter. And he just kept it. I'm like, that's really nasty. And I mean, it was very, someone put a lot of time. They, like, everything was perfect. It was someone's shelter, and he took someone's shelter, and that's just not right. So for the love of God, if you come across, like, and guys will stash bottles, like, not like to drink, but like empty bottles, and then like when they can, turn them in, because you can only, some of the recycling places are only open certain times. So like, just please leave the bags of empty bottles, because someone stashed them there, because they're going to take them and they're going to recycle them and get a little bit of money, so they have some money for food and such. But yeah, so there's a bunch of different kinds. It's the typical, oh, drunk in the gutter. It's not necessarily true, and a lot of people don't see themselves as homeless. They really don't. So those are the groups, and just a short recap. So, well, you take care. Bye bye.